Hey everybody, it's me Sandy and I'm back with another nail art video. This time it's some St. Patrick's Day nail art over a 2-color green gradient. But before we get started, if I can just get you to go down and hit that like button as well as subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can find out when I upload a new video. Now let's get started. So I'm going to start off with China Glaze Strong Adhesion Base Coat, and then I'm going to use Highlight of my Summer and 4-Leaf Clover for my gradient. But before I put the gradient on, I am going to use white on white to not only protect the base of my nail from the green polish, because I seem to have an issue with that, but also to make the green pop. Using a white base really helps the colors you're stamping on really show up, and I just figure it's a good way to keep the green off my natural nail as well. So once that white polish was dry, it was time to use my Mani Mask to protect the skin around my fingers. I use Mani Mask because it is non-latex and I do have a latex allergy. I do find though, if you want it to peel off nice, the thing to do is oil up your cuticles before you start your manicure. Then I just wipe off my nail plate to prep the nail. So now that the Mani Mask is dry, I just grab my dollar store makeup sponges, best place to get them, and I've already cut off the piece I want to use. The reason I do this is why waste the whole sponge. I know they're not expensive, but I have short nails, so I like to make sure I use the nail, just a piece of it. So now I'm just going to lay my polish down on my sponge, and I do saturate it quite well. A lot of people also wet their sponges. I haven't had luck with that, or I'm just too lazy to go up and wet it. I don't know. Either one. But for me, I just find this the easiest. Yeah, do I use a little more polish? Maybe. But I just find that it's the easiest way for me. So once I've loaded my sponge up, I just take it and dab it onto my nail. Just kind of going across and a little up and down, just a dab, dab, dab. I was having some issues with my index finger today, so you'll see me kind of struggling with it. I don't know why, just that finger just was that way. And yeah, it just was a problem for me. Now, if your sponge feels like it's sticking, that means it's time to lay down more polish. Once I was happy with my gradients, or at least not upset with them, I pulled off the Mani Mask. Now, of course, the one I'm showing you on camera decided to stick, whereas the one that was off camera came off in a nice clean peel. Doesn't that always figure? Now once I have the Mani Mask peeled off, I go in with my cleanup brush. I'm using one from Lantern and Wren that I got in my 12 days or 13 days of Christmas package. I can't remember how many days, sorry if I got it wrong. I really love this cleanup brush. It's nice and thick, and then I usually go in with my number 4 brush afterwards to get the little fine details. Here's where I realize I did film it and it came off nice and easy. Now it's time for top coat, and this is my favorite one from Purple Willow Apothecary. It dries so fast, doesn't smear my stamping, it's great stuff. And just so you know, a gradient will always look a little rough until you get that top coat on. So once my top coat was dry, and I always top coat before stamping, it was time to get stamping. So I am using products from Clear Jelly Stamper. You can see here that I was using the plate from them, my 3 stamping polishes from them, and my Big Bling Stamper. As usual, I will have everything listed in the description box. So I'm just laying down my stamping polish. I am quite liberal with it, just giving it a quick scrape, and you can see why I have the paper towel there, a roll of the stamper, and then stamping it on my nail. I do use some Scotch tape to pull off any excess that I don't want before I go down to stamp it on my nail. To clean your stamper, it's best to use Scotch tape, or I have a sticky stamper pad or something like that. I used my one from Clear Jelly Stamper as well. And then I always clean my plates with pure acetone, because then it doesn't leave oils or residue on your plate when you want to go stamp again. If you have any oils from polish remover or anything on your stamping plate, it will make it hard to pick up the image or to stamp it onto your nail. So it is always best to use 100% pure acetone on your plates, and then don't use any polish remover or acetone on your stamper. And I do like the clear ones because I can see what I'm doing, sort of. Need new glasses, but I can see where I'm putting it, especially for layered plates or if I'm trying to piece some things around each other. So I just keep going with that plate, just stamping different things on my nails, and then once that is done, we will move on to top coat again. So once all my stamping was complete, I once again took out my Glossy Impact top coat from Purple Willow Apothecary, and it's really important to float your top coat, which means don't drag your bristles across the nail. Use a little bit more top coat that way, but it doesn't smear your design. So here is my finished design. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, if you could please go down there and give it a like, as well as subscribe and set the post notifications so you can find out when I upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.